Okay, hello and welcome everyone to our Monday night call. It is our week 9 of our business boot camp. So if you guys are following along, congratulations, you are in the home stretch. And if you don't know what that is, and maybe you're new to the business or summer kind of got the best of you and you are wanting to just like jumpstart and have some really practical things that you can start doing over the next quarter of the year for your business and have some tools that will equip you and train you to do more in your business and work smarter, not harder. I encourage you to go to plantstronglife.org, sign up. There on the homepage is a registration sheet or a registration form, and you can just go put in your name and information, and you'll start getting one email a week. And those are just going to be topical, kind of walking you through the first couple of months in your business. Or I think it's great for people who are, have been in the business for a while, just to kind of refresh and kind of remember what you did in the beginning that got you to where you are. And so check that out. If anyone is watching the replay or on live doesn't know me, I'm Michelle Barnett, and I've been with Juice Plus for 10 years. So we're having a big celebration this month. If you have not seen it, go check out our Team Plant Strong Facebook page. We have some amazing giveaways we're doing for our new customers, new team, and for our existing team. So we want everyone to know about that, know how you can get entered to win, and be working towards those goals. So with all that underway, we're going to go ahead and get started. And tonight we're talking about the power of events. And I love events. I've loved them since the beginning of my business, once I really understood them and I understood the power. And so tonight we're going to talk about events. And I'm going to start off by telling you about my first event that I ever did. I was probably a VF. I was a VF, and I did my first event because I didn't have an upline sponsor at this point anymore. And so I was doing my first event. My upline lived in a different state, so I couldn't have anyone to help me do local events. And so I had one of my first teammates, Amy Folks. She's still on our team. And what I did was literally, she got some girls together in her living room in her apartment. There was like 5 girls, including Amy, I feel like, or something, 4 or 5 girls. And I was so nervous, and Juice Plus didn't have like as many resources as we have today back then. And so we had these like spiral bound booklets, and they had like, what is Juice Plus, and why people, the disease rates, and just like cheesy pictures. And they had scripts that you could use for the book. So I had several of the books that I got from promotions. I gave everyone a book, and I literally like printed and cut out the script and taped it to my copy of the book. And I literally just like flipped through and like read I read my printed script on my book because I was so nervous, and I just couldn't, I just didn't have confidence to talk about it because I was still so new. I didn't have confidence to talk about it, without reading the notes. And the crazy thing is, even though it was horrible, they were probably bored to tears. Everyone ordered, like everyone in the room ordered, and it was amazing. And I was just remember going home being like, what just happened? Like, what in the world? That was probably the worst presentation ever. So just know that if your first event or second or 10th event did not go well, or you were really nervous, that, it all is a work in progress. I've had events where I was so excited about it and no one came. Like I had like the food, and I had, done the work to invite people, and then just no one showed up. So, just know that events are amazing for your business, but it's something that takes consistency. And when you drum up enough events, you're going to have some really cool results. And even if you're a newbie like me, like I was, and not really knowing how to do an event, there's simple ways that we can teach you that, it doesn't matter when you're talking to the right people, like what you say doesn't truly matter that much. It's what they feel from you. And that's what events allow you to do. It allows you to have a connection with people, allows them to hear your heart, hear your enthusiasm, hear your excitement. I've had a small group events where I'm just so excited about Juice Plus. And at the end, they're like, I don't really know what it is, but you're so excited about it. I just want some, you know? So I love events. And so tonight, we're just going to dive in and talk about 3 types of events and 3 ways that you can build your business through the power of events. I do want to reiterate, you don't have to be an amazing host. You don't have to be an amazing speaker. You don't have to have a super clean house. In fact, I've heard an NMD share from the public main stage talking about events, saying she literally always leaves dishes in her sink whenever she has people over for events. And the reason she does that is because she doesn't want people to think her house is perfect, and she doesn't want them to think that, you know, their house has to be perfect for them to host an event, because she sees that everyone that comes over is a potential teammate, right? You know, and if they're like, wow, like my sink's never like that, or, you know, I don't have everything, you know, figured out, they might be intimidated and think that they can't do it. So we want to be duplicatable, we want to be relatable, and we want to create an environment that people can duplicate. So for example, my house has been a construction zone for 2 years since we moved in. We've had one project after another, and you know, I could have been like, well, I'm just going to wait until our house is finished before I start having people over. But I didn't. I decided that regardless of, you know, if walls weren't painted and, you know, things were Brian's tools were taking up part of a room, I would just still have people over, because I knew that, you know, my house wasn't going to be perfect. I didn't want to wait until it was perfect, because then I'd probably be moving anyway. You know, it's like once you get it perfect, then you're like, okay, ready to go to the next thing. So I just realized that I needed to be doing events, and I needed to do them where I was and know that people would be okay with that. And we've had so many people in our home in the last 2 years. We've hosted all kinds of events, and people love coming here, and we have so much fun, and we have an amazing time. I've had 2 events in this past week at my house, and you know, it's like literally like 4 hours before people come over, it's like a tornado, because there's just tools and dust and, you know, just running around, you know, trying to make it safe for people. So just know that, you know, no matter what your situation is, Emily Fitzgerald and I used to do events in her little townhome in California. And I mean, it was like 1,000 square feet or something. And we had like 20 people downstairs in the townhome, just, you know, packed in, and we had a blast. So space and, you know, things like that should not limit you from doing events. So the 3 events I'm going to talk about tonight, 3 types, are going to be in person, online, and small groups. And I'm confident that one of these types is going to be the perfect type of event for you and for your business. And that's going to help you just move your business forward, because we know that however you do your business, events of some type have to be a part of the mix. So in person, this is face-to-face, this is in home, or in a public space or a corporate held event. This allows you to share that energy, excitement, and enthusiasm that I talked about, where people can just feel like you are so excited about it, and they feed off of your energy. It allows people to experience the product by sampling, making them a smoothie, putting the gummies out for people to try, letting their kids try them. And it also allows them to experience the community. The community is one of my favorite parts of our business. It's one of the biggest blessings. As you guys have seen over the years, it really is something unique and special that we get to offer people. And so they can come and see other like-minded people who maybe they want to be friends with. You know, people make friends at Juice Plus events. It's third-party validation. It's like you're sitting in a room, and it's not just your friend that invited you that's on Juice Plus, but some of her customers are there, and you see their customers, and you're like, oh, well, if she's doing it for her kids and she's doing it for her kids, like I should be doing it for my kids. You know, it's just like seeing that and getting that validation and credibility from being at an event, or from hearing more people's stories. You might only know her story, but it might not really relate to you. But if you can hear another mom share her story, and it's similar to yours, that's going to hit you in an emotional place, and you're going to be more apt to try Juice Plus. So some of the types we do: meal preps, educational events, just smoothie events, having some friends over to have a smoothie maybe after a workout. We do facial events where we use the powder, the capsule powders or the omegas to make facials, and we talk about beauty from the inside out. We do Taste of the Shred. I just did a Taste of Shred dinner party a couple weeks ago. It was super fun. And it was super natural, casual. We had great food that was all shred approved, and people were so shocked that all the food was so good. We do wine and wellness, play dates, educational events. We have so many resources with the Healthy Living Revolution. There's videos that you can share on pretty much any topic that's, noteworthy right now. And you can invite people over to talk about gut health, talk about brain health, talk about pregnancy, all the topics, and have them over and show an expert on your TV screen sharing information about it and including Juice Plus. And then we also have company held events, and these are so powerful. It's regional events, summits that just happened this summer. There was 4 summits this summer. Boot camps, that's something that NMDs like me host, and it's just kind of more of like a long weekend. And then Super Saturdays, that's just a one-day event where you come and you learn, and there's a Friday night speaker. And then of course our national leadership conferences, and these are literally the best part of events, because we get to come together with 7, 8, 10,000 other people who are high on life, loving Juice Plus, sharing their knowledge, sharing their wisdom, and just experience the community, to the nth degree, experiencing the culture and learning about the products, and learning about the company that we work for, and learning about the new things that are coming out. And so I always notice that when the people who come to conference, they're the ones whose businesses are growing. They're the ones who are investing in our business. When we start our business, it's $50, right? That's nothing. You get it back with your own order. Immediately. And so we don't have to invest a lot of money into our business, which is a beautiful thing, but investing in going to conference twice a year, that is an investment in your business. If you started any other type of business, it would cost you thousands and thousands of dollars up front. And ours is just 50. So save money every month from your Juice Plus check so that you can attend our next National Leadership Conference in Austin. And really the reason I'm so big on this is because the first national conference that I went to is the reason that I'm here today. It's it was my first experience to see what Juice Plus could do, not just from a product perspective, but from a business perspective. I met people who had gone before me, who had done things that were on my bucket list, things that I had dreamed of doing. And I went there knowing one person, and I left having hundreds of friends. And so for me, I sat in the audience and I heard NMDs share their story, and I said, wow, if they can do it, I can do it. And I believed for the first time this could be something I could do, and I had a bigger vision. And so that's why it's so important to go to corporate held events, and especially our conferences, because you can get a bigger vision for yourself that will drive you to do the day-to-day activity that's going to make you have that paycheck and make you have make your dreams that you want to happen a reality. And so resources for these events, plantstronglife.org is a great resource. There's a tab called event resources. The password is Go Plant Strong, all one word, lowercase. And then we encourage you to have a rhythm with events, with in-person events. Once a month is a great rhythm. Having a meal prep before the shred, or the week before people have to order for the shred, or having a Taste of Shred dinner, before people need to order, or having, customer appreciation events, or wine and wellnesses. Events are ways that your local community gets added value, and it's a way that they get to connect and build relationship with you. And we know that people stick with us because of the product, but also because of us, because of how we're building relationship and adding value to their lives. And so having monthly in-person events is just going to allow you to deepen connections, to extend your reach, because people can bring in referrals, or as you're meeting new people throughout the months, you can add new people into that and have a system to have to invite them into your business. And a lot of times for new people, it's easier to invite people to an event than it is just to go and share Juice Plus cold turkey with them. So they could say, hey, we're having this smoothie event, come check it out, and we're going to share wellness tips, or come learn about the shred program I'm doing. That's easier for new people. So if you're a leader and you're bringing new people in, it's so smart to have those monthly in-person events. So I'm going to pause here, and I'm going to invite Jenny to unmute herself and share a recent story about how an in-person event has impacted her business and kind of what she learned from that.
Yes, hello. Can you hear me? Awesome. So this is actually a little bit of a blend of online events and in-person events. So something that my team does is we do a book club all about personal development. We've been doing this for almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in September. And it's just been amazing. It's been a great way, like Michelle said, to build community with each other. And a few months ago, we really talked with each other and we said, I think it would be a good idea to maybe not like broadcast it to the masses, but let's invite some different people who've really been on our minds and our hearts to join us, like people we really think would benefit from this, people we'd love to see on our teams. And so we started doing that. And long story short, actually, my husband recommended my husband's a chiropractor, and he recommended one of his patients to join. And, I didn't know her at all, literally never met her. And he was like, I just feel like she would be such a good fit. She's such a sweet girl. I think y'all will hit it off. So I was like, okay, come on, like join our book club. So she did. And she really didn't know anything about Juice Plus, and we don't hide that necessarily in our book club. I mean, I told her ahead of time, this is something our team does. Anyway, she started to get to know us. She really, just these are her words too, got to feel our community, see what we're all about, see our personalities. And, one night during book club, she kind of opened up and shared about how she's super passionate about health and cooking and plant-based eating. And I said, I just really feel like this would be such a perfect fit for you. She didn't know a lot about it. And so kind of spoke with my husband, and we knew the San Antonio Summit was coming up. She lives in San Antonio. So I said, Lauren, like I'm going to buy your ticket if you'd like to come. I love your personality. We get along so well. I feel like you're going to love it. You can learn more about Juice Plus, see what it's all about, and make a decision for yourself. And so, that was just something my husband and I wanted to do kind of out of the goodness of our heart. We felt like she would really fit in, and she accepted it. So she came and met us and Michelle and some other teammates in San Antonio. And she got to sit, have breakfast and sit through all of the sessions and have lunch together. Literally not knowing anything about what she was getting into, really, besides it maybe being with nutrition. And by the end of the weekend, she decided to join my team. She could just really feel the speakers and the community and see what we're all about. And like Michelle said, it's very hard to duplicate that unless you're in an in-person meeting. There's something about tone of voice, your facial expression, seeing people up on that stage, feeling that emotion that people can't help but want to join us. And so Michelle just wanted me to share that with y'all because we really went out on a limb a little bit, but when you have a gut feeling and you really feel like someone's on your heart and that they're a good fit, it was just an amazing little experience that we had. And I just feel really honored that she's now on our team and joining alongside our mission. So just wanted to share that story with you guys.
Thanks, Jenny. Well, Dave's good at getting you friends, lined up with friends,
He
huh?
really is. That's how Michelle and I met. It's through my husband. So I guess all the, what's the word I'm looking for? Recognition needs to go to him. He's awesome. He's very helpful.
That's so great. Yeah. And it was just amazing. It's amazing for people to get, that much education. And so, Jenny, we're coming to your backyard in October.
I know.
And now you got to get some new people to come to conference. Get some new people.
We're working on it. We're working on it.
Yes. Absolutely. Well, awesome. So got in-person events covered. And then next we're going to talk about online events, okay? Because we're in the digital age, people are online. They spend more time online than probably in person these days. And so that's also why we're different, is because we're not just online. We are, both. But online events allow you to reach more people at a time, and people from all over the country and all over the world. Online equals a wider impact, and you can do more with less effort. It's easy to duplicate events online. It's easy to pop in and share things on an event and go about your day. So types of online events we do are Zoom launch calls, we do Facebook launches, shred parties, smoothie event. We're having a smoothie challenge this next week, August 19th through the 23rd. And so that's a great way for you to plug in, add value to your customers, and to scoop up some new prospects by promoting and sharing that. We're doing a back to school event right now, and then another one in September that you can plug into. And online just allows for us to add a ton of added value to our customers and to our prospects. If you want people to follow you, you need to add value. And when you add value, you add followers. When you add followers, you add customers and teammates. So adding value is so important. It allows you to drip on them over time through multiple events. Sometimes it's hard scheduling to get people to multiple in-person events, but if you can do a combination of in-person and online, it really is kind of, it just multiplies your efforts. So resources, our Team Plant Strong Facebook group has some photo albums that have Google Doc links and pictures for Facebook parties that we've been doing. So go and check that out. Rhythm. Really, we like to see 2 online events per month. It can be one that you're hosting for yourself, and then one for someone else, or one that you're doing with our team, and one that you're doing, for, someone that you're bringing on to help them get their HLP. So two times a month is great. It's a great way to add new customers every month and to add new team. And we do small events online. We're not trying to invite 200 people or 100 people. We're trying to get a small, 10 to 20 or 30 at the most to attend, so that we can really do great follow-up, make it personal, and take care of them. And then, it's just a great way to give back to our current customers, because we know that's easier to keep a customer than to get a new one. The third and final type of event is small groups. And this is really 3 or more people online or in person. It can be online or in person. So it's kind of either or, but it can be 3-way connection calls. We're huge on this. If you've gone through a Brave Leaders program, it's all about getting people connected with your upline and with your sponsor, and meeting a prospect for coffee or lunch with your upline. It's play dates with your upline or a sideline or other teammates on your team. It's, maybe getting a group together with one of your sponsors or sidelines and exercising, just finding ways to get in front of people with somebody else from our team, with somebody that is, maybe it's a new customer prospect and you have one of your current customers who loves Juice Plus, and you 3 get together. It doesn't have to always be you and your sponsor and your prospect, but it's really that power of that third party validation. The goal is to share your story, or share samples, or just to build the relationship. So in closing, I just encourage you to be open-minded, to try them all, and try them more than once. Try these different types of events more than once. Don't just do one 3-way call and decide it doesn't work. Don't just do one in-person event and be discouraged because one person shows up. We've all had events where one person or no people. It can be because you didn't promote it well, you didn't give people enough time. It could be because it's a bad week when school's starting, timing, etc. There's lots of reasons. So you have to try things multiple times, and you have to be consistent with doing events until you find what really works for you and what your community wants. A good example is one of my new teammates that lives here. Her first mason jar meal prep, she had 15 people there, 15 at her house. And then the one we did this week for her, she had like 4 or 5 people only. And then 4 people canceled that morning. And so only one of her people came, and I had some people there, thankfully. But, it just goes to show, it doesn't mean meal preps don't work for her. She had 15 at the first, she had 1 at the next. That's still one person that we wouldn't have connected with building that relationship, and we got to meal prep. So that's something we need to do anyways for the shred. And lastly, people who attend events are more likely to order or join your team. I mean, that's just a fact. If they can come to an online event or an in-person event or get on a 3-way call, their likelihood of ordering or joining you is so much higher than just messaging or sending them a video, because it's so much more personal. Especially if you can get them to corporate events, or to, the corporate events where they can hear doctors speak, or something like our summits or our Juice Plus conference. When they hear other people who are just like them being successful in our company, it's going to give them belief and that they can do it too. That's what happened for me. And I know that that's what happens every time I go to another conference. I see people, and I'm re-motivated and re-encouraged, and I'm believing again that, I can do it, or I can do more than I've done so far. So I just encourage you guys to make events a rhythm in your business. Like if you guys are on the Pajama Regional, Jenna Rude talked about her rhythm monthly that she does for her business. Make it a rhythm, make it a habit, make it fun, make it something where you're like, people are going to be like, I'm going to have to limit people because we're doing such fun things that people just want to come and spend time with us. And if you do that, you're going to have, so many people joining your team, and your team's going to grow and expand. And you're going to have a lot of fun along the way. So I'm going to stop here. Does anyone have questions about events or any types of events or anything we talked about tonight?